Nataka muungwe bendera zaffe, muungwe n'amaanyi, omwagalwa waffe agenda kwanirizibwa Vice President, agenda kwanirizibwa President, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, unatuse mukisawe. Our President has arrived. If you have got a flag, wave it. This is a happy occasion. The President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, and he is accompanied by the First Lady, Honorable Mama Janet Museveni. His Excellency the President will proceed to the saluting dais and take the presidential salute. All the Ugandans are excited at this moment as we receive the President to the President and the First Lady are proceeding to their seats. Your Excellency, our President, and at the same time President-elect, we welcome you. We are excited to see you. Tukwagala nnyo, sebo webale kuyola okululu. Nina okulaba ng'afuna ekifaananyi ekyo nga President waffe ate nga ye President-elect amaze okutuuka. His Excellency, the President, is greeting his guests. That one is his culture. He loves people, he loves his guests, and that is him.
Colleagues from other African countries, and of course, we do salute you, sir.
President wa Kenya atuuse.
Indeed, banaye mukimanyi bulungi nti ffe Kenya tuli mu famire emu ey'amawanga ag'obuvanjuba bwa Africa. Akalulu kandibadde kayitiriddeko awo. Mwebale nnyo. Muzeeyi wa munju ye ali mukimanyi nkolagana afuna. We all know the role the people of Tanzania played in fighting Uganda. Okay. that sacrifice paid by our brothers and sisters of the Republic of Tanzania.
Nigeria is already served. Nigeria is already served.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the statement I read earlier that is His Excellency President Sharif Sheikh, the President of the Transitional Federal Government of Somalia, that has just arrived. We salute the efforts of the TFG. We salute the efforts of the Transitional Federal Government in playing a very positive role in helping that country stabilize. We salute the African people for that noble effort to support our brothers and sisters in Somalia.
Uganda was still laying the very first beats of her foundation after having gone very far. Democratic Republic of Congo. You are most welcome, Your Excellency General Joseph Kabila, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo. You are most welcome. Majority. Therefore, we invited the leaders of other political, that there are some leaders of other party. There is Mr. Waidara Wagobe, the chairman of the Ugandan party, like Mr. Robert Ayom Kini.
Your Excellency, sir, distinguished guests arriving is the President of South Sudan and the Vice President of Sudan, the country that is soon to be independent come July. Also arriving is the head of the Sahrawi People's Democratic Arab Republic that are struggling to see the people of Sahrawi gain independence. Your Excellency Salva Kiir, you're most welcome. That's a freedom fighter. Indeed, a man, together with the late Dr. John Kerry, was a referendum, and the people of South Sudan made a choice to go independent. We salute them and congratulate them upon that referendum. Local and outside sources increase. Can now service about 20% of national unity, peace and stability. End of quote. This is a constitutional command that all citizens must promote. Arriving, Your Excellencies, Prime Minister of Ethiopia, His Excellency Meles Zenawi. Bannayuganda omugenyi yakatuuka ye Ssaabaminisita wa Ethiopia Oweekitiibwa Meles Zenawi, nsaba tumwanirize mu ngeri yaffe eya bulijjo, mukwano gwaffe nnyo ate naye mulwanirizi wa mirembe. Your Excellency, sir, arriving is His Excellency Dr. Robert Mugabe, the President of Zimbabwe. A freedom fighter, a man that saw the struggle for the independence of our people in Zimbabwe. You are most welcome, Your Excellency, Dr. Mugabe. Please enjoy the dance of our people from the mountains of Oregon.
united free for liberty together we'll always stand. Oh, Uganda, the land of freedom, earth by sun and fertile soil grown. For our own dear land, we'll always stand the pearl of Africa's crown.
Askari sheria na amri na askari madereva wamejipanga kwa kundi ndani, mstari kamili, wako tayari kukagua kwenye uwanja.
Okay. Let's go.
The traditional leaders, the religious leaders, I want to introduce our guests, the heads of state and the vice presidents, prime ministers, who are here. When I read your name, you just stand where you are, Your Excellency, and just wait from there. I don't want to disturb you to come here. We are not following seniority. This is about the need to write according to seniority, so don't mind about that. The first one is our neighbor to the west, His Excellency Joseph Kabila Kabange, President of the DRC. The next one is our elder, Museveni, the President of the Republic of Kenya. The next one is His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, the President of Nigeria. I congratulate him because he has just been elected. His Excellency Muhammad Abdulaziz, President of the Sahrawi Arab Republic. His Excellency Sheikh Sharif Ahmed, President of the Somalia Transitional Government. Our neighbor to the south, and the people who helped us in the struggle against famine. His Excellency Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, President of Tanzania. Our elder, Robert Mugabe, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe. Our brother and neighbor, General Salva Kiir, President of the government of Southern Sudan, and the Vice President of the whole of Sudan. Congratulate him. Mumukira kundu bagarukwanga bakaba mukalulu kabona. Akalulu kechikungo. They are the sort of their opportunity you for winning the Rwanda. Mumukira kundu bagaru. Then we have the big man, but who is not head of state but prime minister. But the prime minister is the assistant to the head of government. Here in our system, the president is also the head of government. This prime minister of Ethiopia, our brother Museveni now. Then we have got our elder, the Arab boy. The former president of Kenya. Then we have got prime ministers who are representing heads of state. There is Dr. Issam Sharaf, the Prime Minister of Egypt. There is the Right Honorable Nahash Mangura, Prime Minister of Namibia. There is the Right Honorable Bernard Makuza, Prime Minister of Rwanda.
Mr. Wanwe Kibedi, thank you for sharing your vote.
in the pocket for sure.
Now we have the national ID for Uganda.
Akakonge kano musanyikana yate abakole byambyone bagenda kwaba akakonge kano
Roughly,
waliwo ekifaananyi kyo
roughly it can be that or this.
waliwo amanya ebirala bikukwatako byonna naye ate waliwo n'ekinkumu kyo ebinkumu byo byonna 10,000 n'ekyo banabaye polisi wabone bakolanga bulungi esatuleta bano Kampala bikomye ate ekinkumu kino kiri ku kompyuta ebinkumu byaffe byonna biri mu kompyuta kati buli muntu anakola ensobi kigenda okutwongera okumukwata ate bino bwa ID card nebadde mukolera wale Nkuruma road oba Nasa road gyemukukolera ebyo bikomye Your Excellencies, heads of state and government who have come to be with us today, Your Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Your Lordship to the Chief Justice of Uganda, the Honorable Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly. I forgot to introduce the Speaker of the East African Assembly. And also the Secretary General of the East African Community is also here. Your Excellencies, heads of delegations, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Your Ladyship to the Deputy Chief Justice, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, their Royal Highnesses, the traditional leaders, the religious leaders, honorable ministers, Your Excellencies, High Commissioners and Ambassadors, honorable members of Parliament, the NRM fraternity, the whole country, Abana movement, Mwena, Yemuri, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I congratulate all the Ugandans for the peaceful elections held on the 18th of February 2011 and other elections held since that date. Secondly, I thank the Ugandans for overwhelmingly voting for me with 68.3%. And for voting for members of my party, the NRM, with 73% of all the members of Parliament. I thank you for voting for my district chairman in all the districts of Uganda, 112 of them. We won 79% of all the chairmen. And of the 1,600 sub-counties in the whole of Uganda, we won 71% of them. I also congratulate the opposition parties on the seats they got in Parliament, in the district councils, and in the sub-county positions. Nawa batukanya omutono wajeyo tubagulisa. The The landslide win by the NRM should inform all and sundry that the people of Uganda are politically mature people. They are able to disregard lies and put out lies put out by opportunists and stand with the truth. In the last 45 years, the NRM position is well known. We reject reactionary ideology and stand for progressive ideas. We reject sectarianism as well as parochialism and stand for nationalism. We reject puppet trade and stand for the genuine independence of Uganda and other African countries. We reject stagnation of the Ugandan society and stand for its rapid transformation into modern society. In spite of the initial scarce resources, we have made huge advances in the last 25 years. We now have 8 million children in the primary schools. We have 1.5 million children in the secondary schools. We have got 120,000 students in the universities and 53,000 students in the tertiary institutions. In 1986, the comparable figures were 2.5 million in the primary schools, 190,000 children in the secondary schools, only 5,000 students in the university, and 27,000 students in the tertiary institutions. We only had one university. We now have got 28 universities, both public and private. In a period of almost 90 years, between 1894, when the British colonized Uganda, and 1986, when the NRM took over government, we had only 28,000 telephone lines. We now have over 14 million telephone lines. I can continue to bring out the NRM achievements in every sector. However, these examples suffice to highlight this point. The NRM stands for Pan-Africanism, which translates into economic and political integration in Africa. We are very happy with the market of 130 million people, of the people of the East African community, which we have worked out with our brothers and sisters in Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. Kati mulina gye mutunde ebintu byammwe akatale weekali buli akoze omulimu akatale kagazi kati. We are happy with the commercial market of over 400 million people. We are also working for the political integration of East Africa, together with our partners of Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. The massive victory by the NRM in the February 2011 election, therefore, was a triumph of progress and even revolutionary ideology, or progressive and even revolutionary ideology over reactionary ideology. It was a triumph of Uganda's patriotism over sectarianism and opportunism. One overwhelming victory in all the regions of Uganda. Since creation, this is the first time Ugandans have coalesced into such a consensus. I would therefore call upon those who have been pushing sectarian ideas and pushing opportunism to join the national consensus instead of being desperate and embarking on disruptive schemes. Those disruptive schemes will be defeated just like the previous opportunist schemes have been defeated. Uganda is now on the verge of takeoff to become a middle-income country. We are aiming at this by 2016. In order for Uganda to accelerate her speed to a middle-income status, we need to resolve one issue. Just as you cannot build a house without a foundation, what we call umusingi in our language, or hazo in some of the dialects. You cannot build a modern economy without modern infrastructure. Gabota sobola okuleta enkulaakulana y'omulembe. Gabota sobola okuzimba ennyumba tosoose kusima omusingi, teekawo omusingi. Tosobola okuzimba ebyenfuna by'omulembe, okukola ebyenfuna by'omulembe tetusoose okuteekawo omusingi. Omusingi gwa enkola y'omulembe z'enguudo, amasanyalaze, egaali y'omukka, obuyigirize, ebyobulamu n'ebirala gwe musingi gw'ebyenfuna. By this we mean electricity, roads, the railway, piped water, telephones, ICT network, media, as well as social infrastructure in the form of schools, colleges, health units, etc. The importance of these elements of infrastructure is twofold. Social infrastructure produces healthy, educated, and skilled human resource. The economic infrastructure, on the other hand, is very useful for the economy because it lowers the cost of doing business in the economy and therefore enterprise become more profitable. This, in turn, attracts small enterprises to Uganda, which creates more jobs, widens the tax base, etc. The area of telephone infrastructure has been catered for by the private sector, as I already indicated above. In the area of piped water, at least all the major towns are properly served now. We need to expand piped water to the trading centers and to the villages. Using a Chinese loan, we have built the fiber optic cable for the ICT network. The private sector and to some extent government are handling well the issue of media infrastructure. The government has long handled the issue of the education infrastructure. We now have 148,720 classrooms built with permanent materials compared to 21,959 classrooms in 1986. Kati wenjogerera tuna class ebirasi by'okusomeramu ebizimbiddwa mu matoffaali na sementi emitwalo 14,720. Bwe twatandikira twalina ebiraasi emitwalo 2,100 byokka ebyali bizimbiddwa mu matoffaali ne sementi n'amabaati. Abasinga baali mu ssubi oba baali bazimbisa emmuli n'obudongo. Naye kati
I'm okay, but how are you? Very well.
The
You have a very interesting day. Sorry?
Similarly, the government has been handling the issue of health infrastructure. There are now, for instance, 166 health center floors where you can conduct surgery, compared to 1986, when there was nothing. Tinanda kukanga tekwali malwaliro ku masaza osobola okulongoosa omulwadde, naye kati bakazimba amalwaliro 166 ag'ekika ekyo. Wadde ababbi bakyasitawaanya ababbi endagala naye nako tugenda okubanongera endagala. It is therefore the main cost pushers in the economy that need to be addressed. These are electricity, roads, and the railways. These have been badly addressed, not only here in Uganda, but also in other African countries. There is a useful measurement I have been using to highlight the big mistake Africa has been finding itself in. This is kilowatt hour per capita. Countries like the United States have got a kilowatt hour per capita of 12,500. Uganda, on the other hand, today has got a kilowatt hour per capita of only 70. In 1986, our kilowatt hour per capita was only 21. Many African countries have similarly very low kilowatt hour per capita, even those that have been peaceful all the time since independence. I blame the technocratic staff for this mistake. Since I discovered this mistake, but I also want to blame the Sixth Parliament, because they also contributed to our problems here. Since I discovered this mistake, we have pushed for the first movement on this issue. By next year, when Bujagali and other main hydro stations are finished, Uganda's kilowatt hour per capita will be 100. By 2016, when Karuma, Ayago, and Isimba are ready, and we have also taken advantage of our oil and gas, our kilowatt hour per capita will be 500. To be sure that we will not waste any more time, we are going to use our own money for much of this work. If private capital is available on terms that will ensure low tariffs for consumers, and there will be no delays in the execution of projects, then we shall welcome it. You can see what a big struggle we have to make up for lost time. Using largely our own money, we shall also work on the roads, on the railway, on advanced level secondary free education, university student loans, as well as on scientific innovation and research, as per our manifesto. To achieve these goals, we need discipline and the rule of law. Regarding the current short-term problems of increased fuel prices and increased food prices, we are looking at the option of buying in fuel bulk and also the option of approaching the government of Sudan and the government of Southern Sudan. I am told that buying in bulk lowers prices. I'm also told that fuel in Juba is cheaper. So I'm glad General Servo is here. I'm going to whisper something to him when we finish here. In fact, some of our people from West Nile are already using that fuel, especially diesel. I intend to approach the government of Sudan and the government of Southern Sudan to see the possibilities. In the next 3 years, we shall be using our own fuel after the building of the refinery is finished. Omyaka esatu tugenda kukozesa agaffe nga nago okusaka tugenda okugavaako. Tugamba tutya nti omugo oguli ku muliraano tegukola ki? Omugo oguli ku muliraano tegukola ki? Omugo oguli ku muliraano tegugobango. Ebizibu by'amafuta gava wala, ebyokusaka tibyesigika. Naye Katonda yatubeera ne tuvumbula amafuta gaffe. Tugenda kulaba nti nebyokusaka amafuta tuvaako. We are also analyzing the price of fuel up to $1. Is it all justified? On the issue of food, predictions are showing that this is a temporary problem. We are likely to have bumper harvest. The prices will normalize. In the short run, we are going to encourage micro-irrigation based on individual farms. The Minister of Finance will encourage the importation of the necessary equipment for micro-irrigation, such as sprinklers, hoses, etc., or making them here locally. Farmers can, however, use very simple methods, such as the plastic water bottles. Obucupa obwo obw'amazzi singa oteekamu ekituli, akacupa akalumu amazzi n'oteekamu ekituli n'okateeka ku kimera, ku kirime, kigenda kufuna amazzi bulungi nakirabako oyamu ekuba eryo balikozesa. We also need to use the use of fertilizers. All these harvests we achieve, we attain without the use of fertilizers. 10 million metric tons of bananas, 4 million bags of coffee, etc. With fertilizers, we are going to produce much more. I am however told that fertilizers should be used carefully because they can also spoil the soils. The increasing demand for food in the world and the region is good for the farmers of Uganda and for the economy of our country. We however need to work out mechanisms of stabilizing food prices for the urban dwellers and salary earners in towns. All this should be done without interfering with the foundation projects I have talked about above. Electricity, roads, the railway, education, health, and scientific research. Our research scientists are struggling with the solution to the banana and coffee wheel. I demand that the scientists put out a program of action through the Ministry of Agriculture. On the issue of mega irrigations in Karamoja, the Mount Elgon area, the Renzon area, the plan is that the programs will be handled in the third or fourth year of this government. Our emphasis for the first 2 years will be on electricity, roads, the railway, scientific research and innovation, level education for free, and student loans for the universities. The Minister of Finance is also working on the question of the issue of silos for storage. In all these projects, we are going to use our own money. If we can secure a soft loan from the funding agencies, we will start on the mega irrigation scheme soon. But if we can't, we shall concentrate on electricity and the roads, and later on deal with irrigation, the big irrigation projects. With the health, we are continuing to crack down on the theft of drugs from health centers by health workers. In the medium term, we shall look at the question of salaries for doctors and health workers. Again, without interfering with the foundation activities, we will be happy to raise the salaries of health workers and other scientists. I thank all the Ugandans who supported us in the last elections. Continue to support the NRM. Our government will, however, serve all Ugandans, as always, including those who did not support us. I thank you very much. Tugenda kufuna obudde kati tulina abagenyi wano tetulina budde bwamugala bya munyumba ebyomunyumba tebitotolwa naye tugenda kufuna obudde tubyongereko ku radio bategeeza engeri gye tugenda kutambula. Ebintu birungi kubanga munanga katulinamu akasente akaffe olw'esente tabula amakubo gayitamu. Mwebala nnyo, mwebala okuwagira mwena abakyenju. Njagala kubebaza n'abali abalala abatali naffe bajje batwegateko oba basigale gye bali naye bye bakola babikole mu ddembe. Mwebale nnyo, mwebali eddala.
We thank all of you. Officers of the EPDF were reminded to report to Hotel Africana after here.
Combatants.
The Prime Minister, Makuza, come. Vice President of Burundi, come.
Okay, thank you very much. The press, can we open the way for the excellencies to go to the class, please? The press, give us way.
Mwebala okubeera bagumiikiriza kugumiikirize abakulembeze baffe bamala okugenda. Mwebala nnyo okugumiikiriza. Thank you for your patience. The second one will be Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe will be followed by Ethiopia. For His Excellency the President of Zimbabwe.
Thank you very, very much for coming. This was lovely. Absolutely. When we see you, the elder, then we know things are That is the song he was singing during the election. Yes, in his language. And then it brought him a lot of votes. How have you been? Thank you for keeping him. Every time now.
Most welcome, thank you. We are waiting for the convoy for the President of Zimbabwe.
Second, Deputy Prime Minister.
Enjoy Butanga. Get that back.
You want another rock? 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 You want another rock?